Hey, this is Warren Bird talking with my good friend Chris Willard, the author of Contagious Generosity, along with Jim Shepard. But we're not going to talk about it. In fact, Chris, the leadership community on family ministry we're going to talk about seems like a departure from your focus on generosity. But is it really?
Well, yeah, thanks, Warren. Actually, yeah, I do had a lot of fun working over the years on the topic of generosity and stewardship and giving in the church. But actually, this idea of marriage and family ministry has been something that has been a focus of mine for years. Since about 1999, my wife Susan and I have been a part of the Family Life Weekend to Remember Getaway speaker team. I've been involved in marriage ministry in the church for a long time. So I was super excited when at Leadership Network, we started thinking about putting together a leadership community that would be focused on marriage and family ministry. I was excited about the chance to kind of step up and have an opportunity to be a part of that group.
Now, Chris, if in just thinking about who's going to come to a leadership community like this, if you had said youth ministry, there is a youth pastor. If you had said something else, there is a staff member with that. Why do you think it's important that a church has an effective marriage ministry?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think one of the reasons why I think there's ample evidence to suggest that there are very few things in the life of a church that would not be improved if the marriages in that church were not improved. I mean, for example, I think giving goes up when the marriages are healthier. Volunteerism, serving goes up when the marriages are healthier. Community is better. Student ministry has more support. So there's so many reasons why marriage ministry is kind of a critically important element for pastors. But the weird thing, Warren, is that here we are in 2014, and truthfully, most pastors could not tell you what their strategy is for supporting and building marriages in their church. If you asked them, what's your strategy for teaching the Bible? They could tell you. What's your strategy for reaching your community? They could probably tell you. What's your strategy for growing Christians spiritually? They could probably tell you that too. But if you ask them, what is your plan for growing healthy marriages in your church? They might say, well, we do a sweetheart dinner every year at Thanksgiving, or Valentine's Day. It's kind of a huge missed opportunity, not to mention the fact, Warren, that the vast majority of adults in our churches are married people. So it's something that our people all have in common. So there's a number of reasons why we're finding that very effective, very well-led churches are beginning to focus on marriage and family ministry. It's a strategic area.
Now, you've been already talking with some of these effective and well-led churches that are doing good things in marriage, and you're uncovering different ideas already. What's one of the ideas that surfaced by this peer kind of gathering?
Yeah, how about if I give you two? The first one would be maybe basic, but it's a huge idea, and that is that marriage ministry needs to be integrated into the spiritual formation strategy of your church. A lot of times a church will have specific offerings for married people, and then once a group or couple has gone through that, they're asking, now what? There needs to be real clear handoffs between the marriage ministry into the other small group, growth groups, life groups of the church. And that's one big finding. Second one, I think, is even more compelling, and that's this. The churches that we're working with are finding that it is highly strategic to welcome couples that want to get married in your church, as opposed to what many of us have done over the years, which is sort of make it really hard for couples to get married in the church. When I was the executive pastor of our church, the job of our wedding coordinator was to talk people out of getting married at Discovery Church, because we didn't have time to do it. We had a Saturday night service. We had multiple services on Sunday. Where could we do the wedding? What a huge opportunity we're missing when we don't welcome couples that want to get married. So the folks that we're working with are discovering that if you let a couple get married in your church, you're likely inviting a couple hundred people who do not go to church into your building to meet someone on your pastoral team, to see your facility. It's a huge opportunity to expand the kingdom. So the finding. Let's welcome doing more and more weddings as opposed to making it difficult for couples to get married in our churches.
All right, so the place to hang out with others who have great ideas like this and to share best models and challenges that you're breaking through. Your group begins in the fall of 2014. Tell us a little of the details of how people can learn more.
Yeah, so we're going to have a group of 8, 10, 12 churches, all well-led churches that are really trying to figure out marriage and family ministry. The group begins in October 22nd to the 24th, to be precise. We'll have 4 meetings over the course of the next couple of years, all focused on helping these churches to build an effective model of marriage ministry that is unique to them, that works for them. And so it's going to be great. A lot of great collaboration, a lot of great conversation, great outside experts and resources. So it'll be a super group. I'm right now in the process of interviewing churches, pastors that have an interest in participating in the group. And I would welcome anybody that wants to get information about it to go to the Leadership Network website, leadnet.org. You can just click on the tab that says programs. You'll see the marriage and family leadership community there. And anybody that wants to contact me, I'd be glad to talk with them about it.
Chris Willard, great to talk with you. And this is a great opportunity for a lot of churches to network together. Thanks.